This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Disloyalty, ingratitude, and unfaithfulness are serious types of betrayal that result in intense stress, grief, and emotional suffering. These behaviors erode trust, resulting in severe suffering, perplexity, and lingering sense of loss. This was what Philemon must have undergone when he came to know the running away of Onesimus with stolen money from his home. The behavior of Onesimus has certainly triggered Philemon's anger. In one sense, that anger can be justified. Even we can say it was righteous anger. Anger has a tendency of leading to bitterness and rejection. Philemon did not make any effort to seek for fugitive Onesimus. I believe it was due to his anger and bitterness. Anger is not a sin, but it can lead to sin of bitterness toward the offender and eventual rejection. Ethically and logically, anger, bitterness, and rejection of an offender are acceptable. But in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, verses 38 to 43, if you read, you will understand that Jesus expects his followers to forgive, bless, love, and pray for those who offend them. Today's devotion brings you to my third principle. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Paul endorses Philemon's love for godly people. In verse 5, he mentions Philemon's love for all God's holy people. In verse 7, Paul acknowledges Philemon's love shown to him. Paul also says that Philemon refreshed the hearts of the Lord's people. Jesus taught, as we read in Luke's Gospel, chapter 6, 32 to 36, "If you love those who love you, what credit is that you have? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful." Paul now desires to take Philemon to a greater maturity in Christ-likeness. In his letter, he says in verse 12, in Philemon, "I am sending him who is my very heart back to you." In verse 15, he says, "Perhaps the reason he was separated from you for a little while was that you might have him back forever." And in verse 17, he says, "So if you consider me a partner, welcome him as you would welcome me." In a nutshell, Paul says to Philemon that he should take Onesimus back to him unconditionally to be his useful permanent partner and give reverence and significance as much Paul as would get from him. To do this, Philemon should have forgiven Onesimus like Christ forgives the sinners. Philemon unconditionally obeyed what his mentor Paul counseled him. He put off his anger, bitterness, revenge, frustration, and pain for the sake of godly counsel that came to him. Tradition says that Onesimus became a great Christian leader in Colossae and eventually became the bishop in the church of Ephesus. In verse 4, 5, 6, we read Paul's intention for counsel being given to Philemon. "I always thank my God as I remember you in my prayers, because I hear about your love for all his holy people and your faith in the Lord Jesus. I pray that your partnership with us in faith may be effective in deepening your understanding of every good thing we share for the sake of Christ. He says, I want you to have a deeper understanding of good things for Christ's sake. Philemon has been loving godly people. Now Paul encourages him to love with the same love even ungodly people. Paul's effort is to make Philemon's testimony and witnessing to become stronger. Indeed, Philemon proves that he stands as a strong spiritual leader by extending his forgiveness for Onesimus. Forgiveness is an expression of victim's love, long-suffering, kindness, gentleness, self-control toward his offender. This is fundamental concept deeply rooted in the Bible, offering a path to spiritual renewal, mental peace, and emotional healing. The Bible provides profound insight into the nature of forgiveness, emphasizing its importance in our relationship with God and godly and ungodly people.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164. +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.